Oh yeah, this video is to remind you how to put an equation back into standard form. We have done this before, but it's been a few days, so I wanted to post another video just as a reminder. So this is what standard form looks like. The x comes first, and then the b that's in front of the y, and then the c term, the constant, is by itself. And our leading number of x has to be positive, which means if it's not, we have to go through and change all of the signs, and there can be no fractions. So if there is a fraction, we're going to have to multiply by the denominator. So I'm just going to do a few examples with you, but you have an assignment today that is an IXL assignment where you are doing the same types of problems. All right, so the first problem, we'll do y equals 5x minus 8. I don't have any fractions, so I'm good with that. So we always start the same way, pretty much, whether we're going into standard form or we're going into slope-intercept form, the x term is on the wrong side in both cases. So we have to start by moving our x term over to the other side. This x is a positive 5x. So I'm going to have to subtract 5x on both sides. So that's step number one. I'm going to have to move the x. And we always move it by canceling it out and doing the opposite. So remember, we do not have any like terms. I do not want to see you actually trying to combine anything here. I'm going to drop down my negative 5x. I'm going to drop down my y. And then on the other side of the equals, I'm going to drop down that negative 8. I am going to notice that this is a positive y. So when I drop it down, it will say plus. So the left side of my equation, negative 5x plus y equals negative 8. So I moved the x and drop everything down. All right, and now I have to just look at my leading number. My leading number has to be positive, and right now this is a negative 5x. So that means that has to change, that has to change, that has to change. If you have to change the first one, you have to change all of them. Change all of the signs. So this would become a positive 5x minus y, and that would become a positive 8. So my final answer, 5x minus y equals 8. There's my final answer. All right, example number 2. Y equals negative 2x plus 7. I have no fractions, which is good. So I'm going to start by moving my x. It's a negative 2x, so I'm going to have to add 2x to both sides to cancel it out. All right, so now I have a positive 2x. Remember, that is a positive y, and this is a positive 7. So everything is just going to drop down. So that's a positive 2x plus y equals 7. And I'm done with this because my leading number has to be positive, and that 2x already is positive. So that's my answer. 2x plus y equals 7. All right, let's do y equals 4 over 5x plus 1 over 2. In the challenge section, there are some problems where there's more than one fraction, and we are going to have to multiply by the denominators to get them out of the way. But when you have more than one denominator, you have to think about a common multiple that they have. So what can I multiply 5 and 2 by? Or what can I multiply that 5 and 2 would give me the same answer. So 5 times something and 2 times something, and they equal the same thing. Hopefully you can recognize that they have a common multiple of 10. So in this case, since I have 2 fractions, my common multiple is 10. I'm going to get rid of these the fastest by multiplying everything by 10, because I know I can do 10 divided by 5, and I know I can do 10 divided by 2. So that's going to give me 10y. This is going to become 40 divided by 5. That's what that's going to mean. So 40 divided by 5 is 8. This is going to become 10 times 1 over 2. So that's the same thing as 10 divided by 2. So 10 over 2 is 5. All right, and from here I'm doing the same thing. My x term is on the wrong side. That's a positive 8x, so I'm going to have to minus 8x. Remember that you don't have any like terms. That's gone. So it's going to be negative 8x plus 10y equals 5. And I do have to change all of my signs because I'm not allowed to start with a negative. So that has to change to a positive 8x, a negative 10y, and a negative 5. So my final answer, 8x minus 10y equals negative 5. All right, try your best with the IXL. I will add 10 points to whatever your SMART score is.